Ashli Babbitt was a 35-year-old American veteran. She no doubt loved her country and stood for freedom. I don't think this can be denied. Demagogues have condemned her actions, and partisans have justified her shooting. Yet she was no terrorist, and we can be certain she was unarmed. To the best of my knowledge, this was her final post. Let's take a listen.
Into the Capitol in a mob. There's an estimated over 3 million people here today. So despite what the media tells you, boots on ground definitely say something different. There is a sea of nothing but red, white, and blue patriots and Trump. And it was amazing to get to see the president talk. We are now walking down the inaugural path to the Capitol building. 3 million plus people. God bless America, patriots.
Judging from this post, I would say that this started out as one of the most joyful days of Ashli's life, but within hours she would lay dying on the floor of the Capitol. Her words were not ones of a terrorist or a radical, but rather the words of a young woman who by all accounts served her country with honor and was in Washington because of her love of country. She loved freedom and she loved her president. She rejected the lies of the media and unquestionably had serious doubts about the outcome of the election. This isn't radical. 40% of Americans have doubts about the outcome of the election. Partisans lay the blame for her death at the feet of the president whom she loved, yet if courts and politicians had done their jobs and taken allegations seriously, Ashli would still be alive. Rather than having been shot in Washington on the 6th, she would have been in San Diego with her husband, and she would have had a future. There are reports from what I hear that show police letting demonstrators into the Capitol. If this is true, we have serious problems. No eyewitness can attest to Ashli having posed a threat to those who shot her or any politician on Capitol Hill, as most of them were cowering under desks. So the question remains, why was she killed? Think about it. Police can't simply just justify shooting into a crowd, so it seems she was a target, and an unlikely one at that. There was footage of people in the Capitol who seemed much more menacing and posed much more of a threat. Why was the Capitol overran? Did we defund the police too soon? Had security been sufficient and planning have been even halfway decent, the crowd would have been completely controlled. Don't get me wrong, I don't think that being in the Capitol at this time and place was very well thought out, and I don't recommend anybody entering the Capitol without permission. I'm curious if some police did allow this incursion. If so, there's going to be a high price to pay. Let's be clear, this is not Trump's fault. Americans make decisions that they make of their own free will. I hate the idea that people aren't somehow accountable for their actions, that someone else is always to blame. Trump is not a witch. He's not a mind control expert. He didn't will those people into the Capitol building. They chose to be there. But back to Ashli. She too chose to be there, and she believed it was the thing to do, and she died for what she clearly believed to be a righteous cause. Her sentiments are shared by many. Her death need not be in vain. In her name, many are going to seek election reform, and many will dig deeper and more diligently to find the truth. All is not lost. Republicans do control these state legislators who botched this election so badly. In the memory of Ashli Babbitt, I pray that the many wrongs in our election system can be righted. May God bless Ashli, her family, and God bless America.